Alright, everybody's lining up for lunch. Couple hours, another dive. Oh, I just took me a nap. It's nice and sunny when I left. Nice and sunny when I went downstairs. Things have changed drastically after 1 hour of sleeping. We got a squall that's come in, and it's time to be diving. About to see what the plan is. There it is. Looks like a Jacques Cousteau documentary. Another dive down, got to see a stonefish. Now it's time for a little snack. Snack. Another great dive. Heading out of this spot. Got a 3-hour journey to the next dive site. We got waves on our beam the entire way, so it's liable to get a little rough out here. Batten down all the hatches on our liquor, make sure they're secured. I think the first night we wound up with a busted bottle of liquor. After that, everybody learned the lesson pretty quickly. All right. After our dive, we're just all kicked back relaxing, and dinner's about to be served. Got some pumpkin soup. Quite the setup here. All right, we anchored nice quiet anchorage. Got underway this morning, but hit some rough seas a little bit. Sounded like a whiskey bottle busted somewhere. Anyways, we're on to our next dive site. I got up a little early. It was a little tough sleeping during that rough patch there, but that's the way it is on the sea. We've come out of the lee of that island over there, and now we're getting some pretty healthy rollers coming through here. Some big swells and some wind. Starting to rock the ship a little bit because it's hitting on the beam. Everybody's scrambling to make sure their bottles are secure and other things aren't stacked too high. All right. We did an about face. Obviously, we're going to change locations to a different dive site. All right, not sure if you guys are able to hear me earlier because of the wind and the mic. So I got my foam on the camera. We went past the island. Swells got really bad out there and was tossing the boat, hitting on the beam. So we turned around, got over here beside this island. White caps are pretty rough out there, and it's even worse out past this island. So anyways, we're just kind of holding position. Hopefully we'll be able to make it out to our dive site, and hopefully you can hear me. Looks like we are in group 3 today. Okay, this is our dive site. The first premier dive site we couldn't make it to because of the swells and wave action, wind, all that super rough offshore from this island here. And the island's not big enough to protect this vessel. So this is gonna be our dive site, and then we'll have a second dive site about an hour, hour and a half from here. And then we'll disembark and continue the rest of this adventure. Thought I'd update you guys before I get in the water, but this is the area we're going to be diving. It's right down here. We just got to be very mindful of the boats. These are, well, some of them are fishermen, some of them are day trippers, like this one right in front of me. I see a couple there. They're going around to some famous beach on the other side of the island that I guess was called, the movie was called The Beach. But anyways, I don't watch that kind of stuff, so I don't know anything about it. It's also a location where a group of people gather the swallow nest. After the nests are empty, they go up into the this cave and gather the swallow nest and sell them off to China. I think there's a documentary on that. I believe I saw it years ago. dive over. Time for breakfast. Going on to the next dive site. I seriously doubt the camera's going to do things justice. Oh, bow was pitching up pretty good there for a bit. There's another one. All right, we're at our next dive site. We're group 3, so we got a little wait.
Yes, that's as close as I get. And you're welcome for that.
All right, first group's in the water. Alrighty, coming into port, or getting close anyways.
While they're gone, make sure you're not leaving your chargers or anything behind.
Right, we're at port, about to disembark. That was a tight fit. All right, we have arrived at our hotel. We'll be here for next couple of nights. We got some fancy furniture there, Chad. This is Tony and I's room in the memory. I think that'll work just fine. All right, we went and walked the town, got us a few drinks, something to eat, and we're crashing for the night. And tomorrow morning is Songkran, celebrating the Thailand New Year. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, where everybody gets sprayed with super soakers. So that'll be interesting. So anyways, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.